show you how to take a blade off, and we'll get and resharpen it to somewhat of a factory edge. Now what I like to do on these is get the blade kind of positioned here, and I'll put my foot on it and then use the socket to pop the bolt loose. That keeps it from spinning. If you put your foot on it, it's going to keep it from really cutting into your hands or anything, so it's a safer way to do it. You can use some good gloves and your socket when you do it by hand that way, but I usually just use my foot and hold it on there. So let's get it off there and we'll get it sharpened. Okay, I'll show you here. I went ahead and did one side of it. Kind of see, I got a pretty good, I got most of it out. There's a pretty good little gash right there in it. I got the majority of that out. I'm still going to do a little more cleaning up on this. But I've got a fairly decent edge on it. It's a mulcher blade, so it's got this extra stuff up here. Now this side I haven't touched, obviously, and it's actually pretty decent. I'm just going to smooth it out a little bit, get a little more of an edge on it. But that's kind of what you got to do is get your edge back on there. I'll post a picture up here so you can kind of see what the factory edges look like. But just get your edges on there, and let me get the other edge on, and then we'll go from there. Okay, after you get both edges on, I just get usually like a screwdriver and just kind of hold it up. And if you'll notice, it's pretty level. If it leans one side really bad, that means you got too much weight on it. So you need to level off the blade. So it just means you need to grind some more metal off that one side. I may need to do a little bit off that one because it is leaning a little bit, but it's pretty close right now. So just make sure it's level and balanced before you put it back on your mower. Otherwise, when you go to mowing, it's not going to work out very well for you. Something I forgot to mention, make sure that when you take this off, you pay attention to where the blade cutting edge is, and you put it back on the exact same way. Because if you don't, it won't cut, obviously. So just make sure you put it back on. Because you put it on upside down, it's not going to do nothing. All you're going to be doing is just knocking the grass. You probably won't even be cutting it hardly. So I have had that happen before. We took it somewhere. This has been a long time ago, and I guess they put the blades on backwards and it wasn't cutting, and we ended up looking at it and they put them on backwards, so they're upside down. So do make sure you put it back on right side up. I went and had cleaned out a little bit of the stuff underneath there while I had it up here. It's not too bad. There's still a little bit underneath there, but it's not bad at all. So if you do this in the fall, if you sharpen it up in the fall and change the oil and everything in the fall, then come spring, it's ready to go, and you don't have to really do anything for the summer cutting season. You can just get on it and go. This is kind of mid-year. It's actually the first time I've sharpened this blade. I've had this for a couple years, but I noticed I hit something pretty hard the other day. I think I hit a piece of concrete or something, and it just wasn't cutting very good anyway. So I thought, well, now would be a good time to go ahead and do it. It's almost the end of the cutting season, but I went 2 weeks now without mowing because there's so much rain. I haven't had a chance to get out here and mow it, so I'm gonna get out here and mow today, and since it's dry, and hopefully these will, with the sharpening, will do me good for another year or two. So that's how you do it. Hey, thanks for checking out the video. If you want to see more videos, just click over here and check them out. Also, please subscribe to the channel if you want to see more videos like this one. Share with your friends, like it, and remember to strive to be the person your dog already thinks you are. Until next time.